It's Excuse Our Banter with another delectable episode. Today we are joined by the one and only Temptress Teelia, a guest host. We have a smorgasbord of things to talk about today, such as MrBeast opens his first restaurant, a Grandmaster is accused of using a sex toy to defeat the world champion, insane queue times to see the Queen's coffin, and the Little Mermaid starring Halle Bailey Outrage. But without further ado, let's get it. What's up, everybody? The one and only T is joining us today. She's going to be a guest host in the building, so I'm excited. Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are. Surprise. Gotcha. They're going to be joining us today.
Cheeky T.
And we got the one and only Sami, Don Dada. You know what it is. Joining us for today's episode. So we're going to have a great episode. T's going to add some spice. I feel like she's gonna.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are. She's gonna add. She is going to add a great perspective and a humorous dynamic to this podcast. So I'm excited. You'll see her face. She'll be popping in and out throughout our journey. You know, yeah. You'll be here joining us. We're gonna have a great episode. But let's get it underway. How was your week, Sami?
Yo, it was good. I enjoyed it. It was hard work though. I just started I started 2 jobs now. Bloody hell. But yeah, managing well. It's all right. It's feeling good. I'm feeling motivated. Man, I wish there was more hours in the day. Honestly.
Oh, 100%.
I really do.
The days fly by. I don't know if it's just getting older, but the days fly by.
Days flying, but I really enjoy my new job. Can I reveal it? Yeah, why not? I started work at a. Well, you know what? I'll keep it semi-secret. But I started work at a car company, nondescript, but it's really nice. It's really fun. One thing though is I'm gonna be looking forward to that cheeky discount on some of the new cars. So when I upgrade my car, when I want to change car, I can get a cheeky discount. So that's pretty exciting, to be honest. Pretty exciting.
Is it an electric car company?
No, but my current car is electric. So when I get rid of that, I'm gonna upgrade or downgrade, whatever.
An electric car is much better because of the oil crisis that we're currently going through.
To be honest, I don't do it because of the oil crisis. I just do it because it's cheap and I don't have to pay a dime.
Yeah, for no tax, right? Yeah.
Exactly, no taxes. So did you know that, G? Like when you get an electric car in the UK, you don't have to pay for the car to be on the road. So that's road tax. You don't have to pay for road tax. And I can drive it. So we have something called road tax. So each car that you buy has to be road taxed for the year. So that's the legal requirement for you to drive it on the road.
What is it, 200 quid or something like that? 150, 180 quid? £200.
It's about 80 average, I'd say. For most cars.
80?
Yes, for most cars around 80. No. Insurance is way more than. Do you drive, T?
No.
Yeah, it shows.
Wow. No, you messed up. T's like, I remember that. I saw her face and I was like, oh.
Yo, okay. I love the world that T lives in where insurance is £250 a year. Oh my god, T, that would be my favorite world.
Like over here, insurance is like, I want to say I pay like 150 to maybe 200 for full coverage. Depends what kind of car you have. A month.
A month. Okay, you pay a month. So
yeah, we pay a month.
It's around. It's around the same for us.
And then a lot of people are buying brand new cars right now, which I don't know why.
Or should never do that. No.
Especially in the recession. But
10%.
It's crazy. It's crazy what the interest hikes are. But people are buying cars, and you have to have full coverage when you obviously are leasing a car, right? You're making payments from the dealer, and people's insurance are like $300-400. It's crazy. A month. People's car.
For me, it's around 180.
I saw a YouTube video. People were like bragging about their car payments. People are paying like upwards of $1,000 a month for their car payment, and I'm just like, what kind of?
No.
Are you driving a Maserati? Yeah,
bro, I pay $250 a month for my car because I part financed it anyway. I paid the majority value of my car because I can't afford like a $20K car with my salary right now. So
yeah,
I paid like six grand up front, and I paid $250 a month, which is nice. It works for me. But yeah, that's how you gotta deal with it. Because to be honest, paying for an electric car is way better than paying for a petrol car. because you got to pay for that fuel, and it's god awful.
Yeah.
If you drove to, you know.
I know that's a whole conversation going on worldwide right now. Electric cars versus combustible engine cars, and some states, some cities, some countries want to just get rid of gasoline, diesel engines and have electricity. That's a whole nother conversation. But we move. T, how was your week?
I went back to work.
Okay. You do not look excited about that. You do not look. She does not look excited about that.
She goes, I went back to work.
I went back to work. That was it.
I work in a school,
Oh man.
So this was the first week back. So last, not just the week gone, but the week before, we went back for 3 days. And then this last week is the first week, like full week back. And I went back to work.
Well, congratulations. I'm happy for you.
She's not happy for her. She's like, God damn, I have to go back to work in all this.
All those little.
I gotta go back to work.
I'm glad that we got a bank holiday tomorrow. That's blessed.
Wait, you guys get the day off, right?
Yeah, Queen Lizzie's funeral is on Monday.
Tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah, which is tomorrow.
Well, my week was. Oh no, go T.
No, are we pretending that this was supposed to be done on a Tuesday or something?
No, it's whenever it goes out, you know? It's when it goes out. What about you, G? What's going on? What's going on?
My week was pretty cool. Oh, did I tell you I went back? Oh, I went back to the beach.
Oh, you did the little camping thing.
So so the place we go to in Kent, no, not. Why do I keep saying Kent? But the place we went to, you can't camp overnight, but you can bring a tent. A lot of people bring tents, and they make bonfires, s'mores, hot dogs. But we went this time. We took some lawn chairs. It was just like really relaxing. We just kind of went there and just hung out, like sat on the beach.
I'm just picturing you with like chicken legs.
Bro,
chicken legs, yo. She said yo legs like chicken.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Chicken legs.
What are you?
Chicken legs by the fire, yo.
First off, I'm going to the gym and I got thick legs now. You're welcome. Yes, your boy.
He ain't got the chicken. He got the turkey.
Your boy fills with some jeans now.
Oh really? Okay.
This is the first episode you're on. You already. Good lord. All right. So
just so let's bring you some context. Okay.
Yeah.
I've known G or Glitch for nearly 6 years to 7 years now, online. So we've known each other for a long time.
We've pretty much grew up for a while. Grew up, yes. 6 years, 6, 7 years is a long time.
Yeah,
it's almost 10 years.
Like, we're in our 30s.
We've been growing up this whole time together. Rough.
Bro. I must say, how'd you meet then? How'd you meet?
We met
via the cookout.
It was via the cookout. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. And then we role played. We RPG'd.
We did for a little bit. She jumped ship. I tried to get her back. She said, I ain't never coming back. I saved her role play. But we stayed in contact through the whole journey, and it's been really cool. It's been really cool. So he's a really good friend. I could truly say she's probably one of the few friends I've made out of this whole content creator journey. So yeah,
I'll give you that.
And now she's
you
here.
can tell definitely by the chemistry.
She's
the way she teases you is funny as hell.
She's great. She's amazing.
And Pad, I've known you probably like 2 years, but not like hardcore. So
not hardcore.
Yeah, if I call Sami Pad, then you know why.
Yeah.
We played a couple games together. Yeah, we went. You had your little community thing. You have a community Discord where you play a bunch of games, which is honestly so fun. I remember I didn't really have I just joined the online community with I got a PC and stuff. I joined. I didn't have friends. I got to know G, and then through G, I got to know T. We played some community games. Met all your friends, I believe April, etc. All of those lot. Those were fun, and genuinely had fun. It was really good.
Yeah.
A cool little fact though.
So there's a little context. Yeah.
A little fact though is I actually played with not my girlfriend at the time. She was a friend of mine at the time. And I kind of got closer with her through some of the games we played, the community games. But I thought it's a little bit of a fun fact because We
Hold on.
played as friends and we
Wait.
got together.
Wait,
Wait, are you
afterwards.
telling me that my
you saying her?
the game?
Yeah, in a way,
Wait.
right?
T. So you're saying
So
T
I
was?
already know who it is then.
No. I
Wait.
brought her on.
Yeah.
Right?
Wait.
You know who it is. Yeah, she knows who it is.
Wait,
Yeah,
what?
I know who it is.
Your current girlfriend right now?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
like, oh, my friends from school, and I'm like, all right, cool, bet, because you know how me and my community, I'm like really close
yeah,
community. I don't let anybody in, but Pad says,
exactly.
no, she can come. Can she come? Like, yeah, no problem.
Exactly. You remember. You remember as well.
I remember, yeah.
Yes.
Don't forget.
She allowed her to come on because she wasn't my girlfriend at the time,
Mm-hmm.
and she allowed her to come on, and I got to know her a little bit more because I didn't know her myself. I just said
So
a
what
random
you
girl.
do when you get married and you have babies, you need to name one of the children after me.
I mean, technically, T should be like the godmother.
Yeah,
I mean, she pretty much played Cupid. She
I
was a
mean,
catalyst.
I ain't gonna lie.
She
She
was a
probably had a
catalyst.
say. She probably had a word in it
Yeah,
because
she probably did.
my girlfriend's finally in the UK now, living with me. So I got, T, you get some credit for that. There you go.
Yeah.
Godmother T. Yo, God no for, by the way, children, they can chill for a bit, all right? I'm good, man. I'm nice. I'm nice. I'm chilling. At 25 years old, I think I can do
you're
without.
youngin'. Yeah, 5 more years when you're 30.
Yeah,
Kids.
let's put a pause on that.
A whole nother
Yo,
conversation.
G, you know what? I'll have one
Oh
when
my
G has one,
goodness.
all right?
No,
At
I'm
the
never
age of
having
G.
one. I'm never having a kid.
There you go.
But
That's okay, by the way. You
Yeah.
don't have to have kids. I'm just teasing you.
But before T verbally attacked me, my week was going great. My week was amazing. I went camping, like I was saying. I had a blast.
So I was right. You do have chicken legs.
I said camp. I said camping, and I wore pants out there, and your boy was looking thick. All right. Yes. Yes. I was looking thick out there. Yeah. So basically, I went camping. Right. It was great. Went with my friend. We're gonna go back again. This is like our getaway from society. Like every couple months, we kind of just get out there. It's nice.
You
it's
go
beautiful.
to the woods.
It's like the woods and the beach. We go off roading, camp out, bonfires. Just relax.
So you did the ATV stuff, didn't you?
We did not do it this time.
You didn't?
I think the rental place wasn't open. There was a couple that we still rode by, like electrical, like these bikes. And next time we're gonna rent it. We found the spot, so we went there. We went and ate at this one spot. It was horrible food. It was very bland. I regretted it, but other than that, it was great. It was fun. But let's get into Actually, before we proceed, T, tell the people about yourself. Who are you? Because I can introduce you. I could shower you accolades all day, but I want you to tell the people who you are.
Okay, I'm Temptress Teelia. I'm on Twitch. Kind of trying to get on YouTube. I'm a content creative, I would say. I'm not a content creator because I like doing too many things. I think that's my issue. And I am currently trying to make my own game. So I started up Tempted Paradise Studios.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's just me in the studios.
That's how it starts.
It's a start.
Yeah,
It's a start.
right?
It's a start.
And then also doing like some art as well. So it was kind of like if I was gonna make a studio and have awesome people join, what would it look like? A creative collective, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Here's a question
Yeah.
real quick. So what type of game are you currently making, or would you want to make?
What I'm making is a survival type RPG type game.
Okay.
Mostly on the survival side. I'm using Unreal and like learning as I go, and it's a hard slog, let's just say, but it's fun because like remember when we did that role playing server?
Yeah.
That's where I got my love from coding coming
Mm-hmm.
along. I said actually I could do this. It's not as hard, and then I was just sick and tired of playing games that didn't look like us. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And just not as inclusive as they need to be. It's like 2022. What's going on?
Okay. And I remember you talking to me about your games and sharing the concepts, and it's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, well, I hope it is. I mean, I don't think it's gonna come out because COVID happened and I got really ill. So like for the last part 2 years, it's just been on ice. So I'm trying to get back to great health and not put too much on my plate. So I don't even know when it will come out. I'm just taking step by step. I'm not gonna put any pressure on myself. And just doing what I need to do. I think mental health and health comes first. Something that
100%.
I've learned and which I wasn't putting first because I was doing too many things. You know how I was. I was
Oh
hardly
yeah. Oh
sleeping,
yeah.
doing so much stuff.
T has
And
like she said, T has a habit of trying to do everything and anything.
yeah, and I think this time away from Twitch kind of like really calmed me down. To be honest,
Hmm.
I think I'm a little bit more leveled. I hope
Okay, more streamlined, focused.
focused. Yeah,
That's
on one
good.
thing.
That's
Yeah,
good. That's good.
That's
So
pretty good hobby though. Having, I assume it's like a hobby, or is it like a passion, or like a passion project that you're
it's a
doing?
passion project. I would
Ah, I
say it's
see.
more of a passion project.
mhm.
Yeah,
If I make money out of it, I make money out of it. But
Oh,
I
she
just
will
want to
one
make
day.
a game.
She will.
that's pretty good. That sounds like a lot of fun, honestly.
Yeah.
You
No, and
know,
like going forward, I even like I want to hire people, put people on voice acting and stuff like that. Like, but have my people in the community be put onto the game. Like, help them with quality, like um, QA quality assurances, and give them roles and things like that. So then they can use that experience to get on, to get on the ladder. Because it's really hard for people like us to get into the game industry because
Mm-hmm.
it's very networky. It's very
Mm-hmm.
like who you
Very
know, who you
clicky.
don't know.
Yep.
It's
Yep.
very clicky, yeah.
Very clicky.
So I listen, you already know as big as the cookout was, and I'm in part of the Black Girl Gamers,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm part of Black Twitch UK.
Mm-hmm.
I've got a lot of people out there that I know would absolutely kill it in the game if they had a chance.
Mm-hmm.
So you know, I'm all up for once I start making some kind of money and I can pay them, I will absolutely
Okay. So basically,
hire all my people.
the gist of it, guys, keep T on your radar. She's gonna be one of the biggest, baddest out there indie developers. Uh huh. Uh huh.
No, 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 no,
Yeah,
no.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Stop
We're gonna
doing that,
hype her up.
man.
We're gonna speak that to existence. That's what we're gonna do.
gonna
Yeah, and then
manifest it.
We're gonna manifest
uh,
it. Yeah. So basically, to wrap it up, T's an amazing content creator. I've known her for years. Sammy's known her for years. She has been a catalyst and a cultivator of multiple communities. She's been a voice, especially on social media for people of color, for diversity, and a positive impact on a lot of communities and my life and a lot of other people's lives. So to this day, she's an amazing human being. And I thought, what better place for her to be than here with us on this cast?
where I
Right?
think about your chicken legs.
Oh my god, I can't say. But let's let's move. Let's move. So up first, UK news. What do you got for us, Sammy?
Oh man. So as you know, the Queen's dead. So, what do Brits do? As we know.
The way you just said, as you know, the
So
queen's
as
dead.
yeah, she's dead.
I mean, look, she's bit the dust. All right. I don't know how you feel about
Wow.
it. T, how do you feel about the Queen dying?
So I'm gonna let you know what my first three thoughts were when I heard the Queen died. The
All right.
first thought was, wow, she had a good run. 96. She lived her best life. Second thought was, ew, I've now got to see this cockwomble Charles and this bin bag Camilla forever.
Uh,
On my money, all of that. Ugh, disgusting. And number three was, so where they're gonna get the money from to pay for this funeral and coronation when we're in a crisis right now? What funding is gonna be cut from the people that need it? So those were my first three thoughts. Like genuine. I literally that's
yeah.
those were the
And
first two thoughts.
just to add to that, like I agree with you. The Queen is a very divisive. Just in general, the monarchy is a very divisive subject. Anyway, you have your bootlickers, you have your people who oppose it, whatever. I'm on the opposing side. I don't really care about them, but I do see the value of having them sometimes. Like the tourism, the cool stuff, yeah, whatever. The Queen's dead now, so it doesn't really matter. No one wants to come over here to see the king. All right. To be
People don't
honest, in my
like the
opinion.
king. Honestly, like King, people don't like him. People were booing him when he was out and about. Like people don't like him at all.
Yeah,
And I just think they need to get rid of the monarchy, in my opinion, and
I
down with
think it's old fashioned.
colonizers.
It
Yeah.
is old fashioned. It's long overdue. But just to add a little bit of flavor to the conversation, to see the Queen, there's been people like lining up for hours and hours and hours, right? The line went from, I believe it was Bermondsey, right? So
Horrible place.
all across the coastline of the River Thames, right? All the way to the parts of
It's
Westminster
actually
where
5 miles. It actually got up to 5 miles.
they got up to 5 miles.
5
Really,
miles,
that's
and
insane.
they actually had to stop people joining the queue, and then there was a queue to join the queue.
Yeah.
I shit you not.
But I
Real
gotta
talk.
say, it was so orderly. Like I've never seen
Oh yeah, it's
British.
true.
Like I mean, I've if there's anything that the British people are good at is for queuing up,
I
and
think it's an
man, did they
English
queue
thing
up?
though, don't you think?
Yeah, they queued up for ages, and it was orderly. It was, it was. Imagine this, right? Imagine millions of people, right? I don't know if it was a million. It's probably have been a million of people like waiting for the Queen by now, but imagine a whole load of people just waiting to see the Queen's box. Right? That's it. They didn't even see the Queen. It's just the Queen's box. And man, they waited so long just to slowly walk by the Queen, and it was so insane. People waited. They camped out there. They waited hours. They waited through the night, cold, the heat, whatever, rain, wind, whatever. They waited in line just to see the Queen, and that's insane to me. How big the line was? 5 miles of people, just
There was
chilling.
even they even had trains in the area that they took people out of the line to go sleep in the train while they were waiting for the line.
Really?
Like yeah, they specifically have trains for the people to sleep in there because obviously it got really cold over the last couple of days. And so you can go into a train and then you keep your place in the queue, obviously, and you can go back in and out. And now there's a queue for the funeral tomorrow, so now they're camping out. So there's
Yeah,
a queue to see her, and then there's a queue for the funeral to go into the funeral. Um, and just to put the world record for a queue is 6 miles long. I don't know why they stopped it at 5 miles. Maybe they didn't want the Queen to have that as a world record, but that would have been awesome because that is such a English institution. We
small
queue up
victory.
for the bus stops. We queue like listen. I think last night there was celebrities were trending for jumping the queue, and people
Yep.
were mad.
Famous people were jumping the queue.
Oh yeah.
Oh, mate, you do not jump queues. You will have a Barney. Even me, I'm like, yo, why? Where you going? I've only got a bed. Yeah, then you need to ask. Oh, can I? No, you can't.
No,
It's
you
just a
can't cut in
precedent.
front of me. I don't care if you're Tom
Yeah.
No,
Cruise, Oprah
why?
Winfrey.
You,
Get in the
like,
back.
there's a rule. No, if you ask nicely before, then cool. But if you're just cutting in and you think that because you got one piece of bread that I'm gonna say okay, absolutely not. No, 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 don't cut the queue. No, there's queues for the post office. There's queues every time, everywhere, every place. Queues.
Yeah, that was a bit of insane things that were happening, basically to do with the Queen. The Queen, the whole shebang is going to be interesting, and it's going to roll on to Monday with the whole Queen's coronation and
Do you
blah
know how
blah,
much it's gonna
the King's
cost?
coronation. I have no idea.
So the Queen Mother's funeral was 8 million.
That's insane.
So
$8 billion.
8 million.
Million.
Oh.
Her mother.
That's coming out of taxpayers' money, by the way. So
Oh,
that's coming
100%.
out of funding, social funding that we absolutely need. And so she probably would be into 10 million because now that they've made it bank holiday, the police get time and a half. So
Yeah,
they haven't even
1.5.
put the money, yeah, they haven't even factored how much it's going to cost for the police to be there for security. So that's
So
interesting.
a lot basically, and we're struggling. I mean, it is like it's a big struggle with power,
Yep.
gas, just in general, just cost of living. Everyone's talking about that. Everyone's fashioning that. But yeah, that is a big issue. So the cost of it all is going to be very interesting. And a couple people heckled the king and queen as well while they were going around. But yeah,
Didn't somebody get arrested for heckling the
Yeah.
king? Yep. I saw
Yeah.
that.
They
You are
shouldn't
not
have, in
allowed.
my opinion. It's freedom of speech and
No,
expression.
there's no. In the UK, you're not allowed to have freedom of speech.
That
You
is
can get
insane.
arrested for calling a cop a pig. You can get arrested.
Really?
Hmm
They'll give you a public order
Order,
something.
yeah. And if you
They'll give you something
continue,
like
then you'll put you in jail for a night.
Interesting.
that.
I didn't know that. But there,
Yeah. It's
there.
weird because he got yanked. Man, that man got plunged. He got
Yeah,
pulled by
because he
like
said
two.
that was it down with the king or something like that. He says
He's like he
something with the
basically
king.
called Andrew.
Oh, he a
Yeah,
nonce. Yeah,
yeah, basically. He
we can
called-
say that. We can say
yeah,
nonce.
he
Nobody
called him. He
knows what a
called him.
nonce
He
is.
basically he didn't even say it, but he was suggesting that. He said, "Shame on Andrew. Shame on you." Blah blah. And then he got yanked by two really big pub dudes with a big
He's a
beer
nonce
belly,
though.
and they grabbed him by the backpack and they pulled him out. And the police didn't do anything to those guys. They just charged the kid who said it, which was insane to me. But
Yeah, there was some wild things going on. Like there was this guy that actually camped out for 30 hours waiting to see the Queen's coffin. 30 hours.
yeah, I can imagine that. I can imagine that. That was that's typical.
Was that an army vet? Probably is.
Oh, let me see.
Probably an army vet. I bet
No,
you
it
any
was
money.
basically it was a bunch of people. It wasn't just that guy
Yeah, there was
in
quite a few.
No,
particular.
I
It was
know,
just
but yeah.
a lot of people who just, like you said, the queue for the queue and the queue itself.
hmm
It just took forever. It was at a standstill, and the queue didn't move at all.
There was one woman that actually went and saw the Queen 7 times in a row.
7 times.
So she
She
went and
queued
joined and
back.
went like it was Thorpe Park, bruv. What is this?
It was
Queued
like,
back to back
like,
to back.
like an attraction or something like that, like a ride.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, like
are
she's
we
at
really
Disney
doing
World.
that? Yeah,
Yeah.
like oh, let's see the Queen again. No, go home. And there was
Um,
actually people watching the queue on in their house, so they had like a TV, like the YouTube that you can
yeah, live
actually
streamed. It was live streamed.
live stream the queue, how long the queue was.
That's
Yep.
crazy.
And people were watching it.
Yeah,
Yep.
let's move on from that topic,
Yeah.
and let's
Thank
go
God.
on to
Thank
so
God.
there was a fight announcement. Well, it's a weird one because was it official or not? I'm not sure. It's
It's
still
an exhibition match.
yeah, it is. It is an exhibition match, but I just about it being official or not because Mayweather has a tendency of like canceling his fights or moving it onward or whatever, right? But
I think that would be great for Deji because
yeah. But here's the announcement was that
It's
Deji is
confirmed.
facing
It's
Floyd
confirmed.
Mayweather, which is
Nope.
interesting.
It's confirmed.
I know it's confirmed,
Mhm.
right? But what I'm saying is it actually there's the date, there's a venue booked because with Mayweather it's a bit dodgy because he cancelled on Logan Paul, I believe, twice before it actually happened.
Yeah. Well, as of right now, what I'm seeing with the information provided says Floyd Mayweather versus Deji confirmed for November in Dubai at the Coca-Cola Arena. So yeah,
Okay,
it's
so they
confirmed.
have a venue. All right.
It's confirmed.
why
They have a
did
venue.
why did Deji agree to that? He just won his last fight.
I mean, but think
the
about it.
I'm
first
gonna get
time.
nailed.
Why are you now going to go for an L? What is the
Okay,
point?
well, think about it this way, right? For Deji, he doesn't care if he's going to win or lose. We all know in a real fight, Mayweather is going to destroy him. Anybody that steps under Mayweather, pound for pound, is probably one of the best boxers, top 3 right now, right? So
Well, I
anybody
wouldn't say right now. I'll say in history, yeah.
in history,
not
yeah,
not right now.
Okay, in history. So obviously, Deji being not that good, winning what? How many matches has he won? One.
One.
He's won
only
one.
one.
This
was the last
is business, right? I think one thing a lot of people don't realize, and I remember when YouTuber social media star boxing came on the scene, I was really skeptical. I was like, this is dumb. Like a bunch of people flooding around the ring, it's whatever. But you have to think about it this way. These are not just fighters. These are brands, right? Deji's a brand. KSI is a brand. And you have loyalists. You have the people who love and follow and adore them. What bigger event would you want to see the person that you look up to, that you watch, that you view every week on the dot, step into a ring and fight? These are brands. Deji's a brand. KSI is a brand. So his brand to step in the ring with Mayweather's brand, that's a business deal made in heaven. That's a big thing. That's money.
When it happened with Logan, the first time, that was insane. He didn't get paid apparently to this day.
Yep, he's still getting paid.
Yeah, but still, like that's a lot of exposure.
I'm okay with
like,
that.
not only is it exposure to like the person and the brand, but it's also exposure and fame. You know, and if he gets paid, then the money as well to Deji. Like that's gonna be a big fight, and it's gonna attract people.
Oh yeah,
you know, UK people definitely. I know Deji has die-hard fans.
Oh,
It's
100%.
insane.
100%. 100%.
To the fact that I believe some of them are goons. Like they pulled up on, like, I believe it was Jake Paul's dad.
Really?
And they beat him up and around the head ages ago. Yeah, I believe it was the KSI Logan fight.
Oh,
And
they was
Deji made
getting
a
heated.
video saying you shouldn't come because you know what British people are like, and then we'll
They're
come find
hooligans.
you.
They're
And
hooligans.
bam, he got clotted. It was so funny.
Jesus. He's got some
It was
diehard
so
fans.
funny, but it was so
Clotted.
it was kind of scary. Imagine like a bunch of kids, right? And you're the opposing team, and there's a bunch of kids just throwing paint cans and just like throwing random, like, hooks and just swinging for you. It's just
It's
insane.
interesting. No one does hooliganism better than the Brits.
UK, yeah, the Brits are just insane with
Surprising.
hooliganism. It's crazy.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I know G's like, what? Where did this go?
no,
Why?
I enjoy this. The podcast is Excuse Our Banter. We're just talking to talk, right? So we
Yeah.
go down some weird rabbit hole. No, I'm with it. I've seen a couple. Okay, you guys are laughing, but I've seen a couple movies. I've never seen like in person any of these hooligan groups, right?
I have.
And a lot of them, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. A lot of them are linked to like football,
Yeah.
clubs, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So I mean, soccer's.
West
I wouldn't say
Millwall.
soccer American, but football is huge over there in the UK,
Oh,
right?
absolutely.
In Europe,
Oh, yeah.
right? So you got these like literally they are diehard fans. But
Oh
what?
yeah, they'll trust the thing
But what confuses me is why do they go around fighting people?
because they're old men and they like to fight.
Yeah, there's a lot of alcohol ingested. There's a lot of
Alcohol,
anger because some guy said your player sucks. And
racism
then,
also.
yeah,
There's a
racism.
lot of racism embedded in that.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Okay.
They just literally just they want to have a fight.
So basically, they're just like under the banner of the team. We're just gonna go fight some people in the streets.
There are well-known hooligans that they don't even care about the football match. They're just going there to cause chaos.
They just want.
That is their main aim.
They
Yeah.
actually made a movie, quite
Yeah.
a popular one. It's called Green Street Hooligans. I don't know if you watched this. It's an old school movie,
I
but
actually
they made
live
it.
next to Green Street, by the way.
Me too. I live right
Yeah.
near it.
Oh,
Yeah, and
hey.
There you guys go.
it is the
Some
West Ham Millwall fight, and
Yeah.
it's just chaos.
Chaos. I'm so
It's
glad
chaos.
that they moved the football
Stadium.
stadium because it was just too small. Because it was bad because you had a lot of NF like National Front people or
Ooh.
hooligans going to that football, and then you're in the middle of Green Street, and Green Street is a predominantly Asian, Indian, Muslim, Sikh kind of area like Chinatown,
Mhm.
but we call it Green Street, right? So they'll
Yeah.
come out and then they're already racist as it is, and they're just going for anything and everything.
They throw, they
So
loot, they break everything.
everything, it was just horrible. And so like on match days, people wouldn't come out. You just knew, oh my God, they're just gonna completely terrorize anybody that isn't white. And it's sad. It was really sad. So they moved it over to Olympic Park, which I live near now. So I have to hear these hooligans.
Oh,
But it's at least it's not in that enclosed place. It was so enclosed. It was horrible. Like horses and all of that poo everywhere. And, ugh.
I used to work at a stadium, and one of the worst things about working in a stadium is the fans. Not any fans specifically, but just in general, any fans. They are, when they get drunk, they are the worst type of people you could ever meet. Right? Horrible. There was this dad, I believe he was from Millwall, right? He asked for a drink, I gave him a drink. Then he asked his son, "Would you like a drink?" And his son came. He was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Nah, I don't feel like one." And he kind of like pushed his, and it looked like an 11-year-old son or 12-year-old son to push him to get alcohol. And I was like, "I'm not serving this kid. I'm not serving this kid." But he was like pushing him like as if he said yes, he was gonna get alcohol. It was insane. What like parents do to their kids at that age, showing them the life.
Yeah,
Hooliganism is
I
horrible.
have no idea what that guy was thinking, but bless that child, poor child.
That child is just like him. I'm gonna be honest, and that is just from like the way they teach their children. It's insane. So just just be a good dad. Honestly, holy crap, it's so difficult to have to say this all the time. But just be a good person. Teach your children how to do the right things rather than hooliganism. But no one, people don't change.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah. Moving on.
So moving on, I got something juicy for the U.S. news. Do you guys see this? MrBeast. Everybody knows who MrBeast is, right? YouTube mogul.
Yeah.
Dude is a superstar. Why that face, T? Dude is a superstar. And he opened his very first physical burger joint, right? So I think a lot of people are confused. They're going to be like, gee, what are you talking about? He's already been throwing out burgers for quite some time, especially like one thing about his brand, the Beast Burgers, really took off in the pandemic. And so I was doing a little research and found out, because I was thinking he already had a physical place already. Turns out he didn't. So what he was doing was he was actually approaching food places on DoorDash and Uber Eats, right? And people that were failing, like these small little kitchens, and saying, hey, I'll partner with you. You'll get a split of the profit if you make my burger. And when people order it from your restaurant, right, or your kitchen, got a lot of people at ghost kitchens, you'll get a profit of the food. So I was going to apps and I kept seeing like MrBeast Burgers. I'm like, yo, this man's already got, it looked to me he had a bunch of locations. Now, he was obviously partnering with failing restaurants and kitchens, ghost kitchens, and they were making his burger and his food and sitting it out. But he actually officially this past week opened his very first physical location, and it looks like he opened it in a mall. And in 10 minutes of opening, he had 10 minutes before opening, he had 10,000 plus people there already lined up, ready to eat his food. You know how much money he made that day? It's crazy.
How much?
I don't know. He
doesn't.
You don't know. Okay, no.
Yeah,
he doesn't obviously have it, but I mean, it looks like. Yeah, I mean, 10,000 people, $5 a burger. That's a lot of money. So he's
apparently. Actually, I don't have any numbers, but that is insane. For 10, let's imagine just. Sorry, let's just imagine like, just roundabout figures, right? Let's say 10,000 people buy, $15 worth of stuff. That's $150,000.
Yep, I just saw that
from the opening bit, right? That's insane.
Yeah.
So him doing that within one day, that's what people make in a month. That's what restaurant chains make in a month, not on their opening days, not on their opening weeks, whatever. They don't make that on opening day. That is what you get in a month.
That is crazy.
See that number in a year. So imagine the impact that he's made. And of course, he is a YouTuber. Obviously, that is the influence. But I think I agree with you when he said, because I read about him too. I did notice that he had some burger joints as well.
Yeah.
And that profit sharing scheme is such a good idea.
Super
Anyone
smart.
can be a franchise.
Super
All
smart.
you got to do is order his, like, obviously his packaging and stuff and his franchising material. You don't even have to you don't have to change your branding. All you got to do is serve the Beast Burger, and that's it.
Yep.
Insane.
Yeah, he didn't come in and say, I want to take over your restaurant. I want to take over your brand. He said, keep doing what you're doing. Just sell my product on the side. So he gave them the recipes. He says, make my burgers like this. Use these type of ingredients. He shipped them out to him along with all the packaging and stuff. And that was it. I mean, that is just, in my book, is genius,
That's changing the game. That's changing the game.
I mean, because think about it. There are people.
But MrBeast, this is not new. MrBeast this is not the first time the Sidemen did it before MrBeast did it. Why is no one talking about the Sidemen?
Oh no, the Sidemen. I mean, this is just a piece of news that I pulled up about MrBeast.
Oh, okay.
The Sidemen. I mean, me and Sami have talked episodes about the Sidemen and what they're doing. The Sidemen. You got KSI in that group. You got Tony and a bunch of other people. I don't know all the people that amassed that group. You got MrBeast, and there's other huge YouTube moguls that are going that are transitioning from just videos. It kind of shows you how impactful and how big this game is, right? Because I've been in the game for 6-7 years. T has, Sami has, and when you first start, right, Twitch, YouTube, you always think to yourself, oh, the ceiling is you're gonna play video games, you're gonna role play, you're gonna live stream, you're gonna do some IRLs, and then you're gonna get partnered with companies and advertise and make subs, right? YouTube, you're gonna make some videos, some vlogs, right? These guys are taking that glass ceiling and shattering it and showing exactly like, I mean, 10 years ago, imagine saying you can go from making these bedroom videos, these skits, to owning your own restaurant, right? I mean, there are people in their lives that are literally their whole foundation, their whole generation, their whole legacy is like Five Guys, McDonald's. Their family, their money is built on the foundation of amassing and trying to run this profitable business. And you got people like MrBeast saying, you know, I have the funds, I have the money. Here's the idea. And I guarantee it's not just him sitting down on the table by himself with millions of dollars saying, I want to do this. He's got people behind him. He's got a team, right? So this, I mean, I think MrBeast, people like him are just branding geniuses. Branding geniuses. So
like, I don't know why, but MrBeast kind of like rubs me the wrong. There's something about him that I can't put my finger on. That I'm not like he's not endearing to me. Does that make sense?
You don't think he's genuine? You don't think he's genuine?
I don't know. Like it's just something that I don't know.
He's American, that's why.
I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just me being a hater, and you know I'm jealous that he's got all of this. But yeah, just something about him just rubs me the wrong way. I don't know. It's just I think I don't know.
I'll also clarify.
Go on. Sorry.
So I was going to clarify, just to change, just to reel it back a bit as well. The difference between him and the sidemen doing it is because the main difference is, although sidemen have a business, the sides, right, that restaurant, it's not the way that MrBeast has done it. MrBeast has basically, he's got all the people that are, you know, mom and pop stores basically that are just family owned or just single people owned, and he's transforming them and allowing them to get part of his like influence.
But they did that before. They did that before they did a
Sidemen
did.
I don't
and then they opened up a little mini
pop up,
like a little pop up shop, and then they solidified the brick and mortar.
Wait,
so they went from small and then they started getting bigger. It was a test.
Sidemen they have a brick and mortar?
They have a brick and mortar.
Oh really?
Mhm.
I have no idea.
And it's somewhere. I can't remember where it is. It's definitely in London.
Oh yeah, they do the box park.
Yeah, and then they've got vodka.
Yeah.
Then now they've got Sideman Credit with
Revolut.
Yeah, with Revolut. They've got obviously their clothing line. They've got a lot of things, you know. So I would say this: Sidemen, from what I recall, were like the first to do it a bit different. Prime as well. Prime with Paul, Logan Paul, whatever his name is, or Jake.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And so I would say they're the first that I remember that was taking their platform and elevating it to something different, right?
Yeah.
And I think MrBeast, he just took it to a next step.
Oh, 100%.
Because he's like one of the big. Is he the number one YouTuber in the world? It's not PewDiePie.
I reckon he will eventually
anymore.
He will eventually be
anymore. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know anything about.
PewDiePie.
I caught what you said.
PewDiePie.
Go. Yeah, PewDiePie.
And I don't know. Something wrong. Something is not right, and I don't know what it is. When I think of this person,
maybe
I will watch his videos.
Yeah.
Because I think they're genius. I would never take away from his artistry. But I don't know. There's something not.
Do you feel like there's a disconnect?
Yeah, I'm just not connected. Like
okay, that makes sense.
I'll watch an A&P video before I'll watch a MrBeast video.
I know.
I'll watch a beta video before you understand what I mean?
No, I know what you're saying. You're saying basically he doesn't appeal to you. Obviously, A&P, they're very charismatic. They're funny. They got you hooked when you watch. You're saying
of course.
For his videos, his content, it doesn't do that for you.
No, but I like to see how it works. Like
100%.
how the influencer machine works. This is how, if you were gonna do it, this could be a really great format.
100%.
Definitely. And I don't know. I think he start by giving people money away, like people in need.
That's the first thing he did.
Yeah, he
was it
10K from
homeless people's, or was it just?
He got 10K from a sponsorship from Honey, I believe, and then he gave that to a homeless man, all in one. and then that
and he made
elevated
money
him.
off of the. Yeah, it's like that's great that he gave it to a homeless person, but it kind of feels exploitative in a way sometimes.
But you have to also
I
think
don't.
about how long ago did he do it, right? This is before the craze where everybody was going out and videotaping themselves, giving homeless people food and giving them
Yeah, I
rides and money,
understand
right?
because they realized there was They realized that there
Yes.
was business behind it because they saw how Mr. Beast got rose from it.
Mm-hmm.
Let's keep it 100. Like it's great that you're giving money to homeless people and things like
Yeah.
that. Like we should all do it, but is it genuine?
I feel
You
you on
understand
that.
what I
Yeah,
mean?
I see what you're saying. I think when it comes to Mr. Beast, I could be wrong. I think it's genuine. I think his track record, he's always helped people from the beginning of his journey to current day. His day ones are still rock with him, right? You see the same faces in his videos, right? I don't know his livelihood. I don't know what he does behind closed doors,
I don't know who he
right?
is.
But
I don't know.
his tracker when it comes to funding, I mean, he could have easily came in the game, made a brick and mortar or a bunch of ghost kitchens themselves in the pandemic and profited. Everybody knows millionaires and billionaires and wealth is made in recessions and obviously pandemics, right? When crazy catastrophes happen, world events happen. He could have easily came in the game and said, you know what? I'm going to make a bunch of my own ghost shops. I'm going to hire my own employees, ghost kitchens, and I'm going to take over the game. He easily could have, but instead of what he did is he went with failing businesses and businesses that are in trouble, says, hey, I want to help you out. Let's make a partnership. I think that in itself speaks volumes. He could have easily came in and just disrupted everything, but I feel, I know where you're going with that, T.
I was gonna say I agree with you, although I also agree with T and say that I personally, right, although Mr. Beast is an amazing content creator, whatever, right, I can't bring myself to watch any of his videos. For me, I just can't do it. Like I try
Right.
sometimes, I really, really try and sit there and watch some of his videos. I just can't do it. There's something about watching people really desperate for money, right? I
I
just
see what
can't
you're
do
saying.
that. I can't watch it. Like he got people to sit there and hold this rope for like days, and I was like, oh no, man, I can't watch that. It just doesn't do it for me.
So he's on this Squid Game thing.
Yeah, I just can't do that, man. I can't watch people desperate for money. And although it's nice, amazing, the person who won is going to have life-changing amounts of money, and it might be fun, it might be whatever, but it's just like seeing humans go through all of these trials and tribulations just to get money. It's
For
crazy.
entertainment.
Yeah, for entertainment, it's crazy. I agree with you. He does change the game, but I can't watch his videos. It just something about them. I just doesn't sit right with me as well. I agree. I can't watch him. I don't think I've ever watched
But
one apart from his. The last one I watched was his Squid Games one,
I watched the
and
Squid
even
Games.
that was skipped. I had to skip through it. I can't.
I will say though, if he's gonna give me 10K, I'm gonna take it though.
Yeah.
So
When push comes to shove, you, I will kiss his bum. But you know what
no,
I'm saying.
I ain't kissing his bum. If you gonna give me that money,
T said, hold up, pump those brakes. Chill.
I ain't kissing his ass. No.
You know, I mean, we all
If I'm
do
streaming and he gives me
donate.
a donates a 10K, which he normally does sometimes to a lot of people.
Yeah.
Hey, I'll be like, yeah, thank you, man.
Yeah.
Cha-ching. So I'm absolutely a hypocrite when it comes to that. I ain't gonna lie. But yeah, something's a bit off. It just feels forced. I don't know. I don't know who he is. I need to know more about him. It just feels.
And you know what's funny there? Because we're so used to YouTubers and social media stars showing us who they are, right? Their private lives, every waking moment. And when we don't see that, there's a disconnect. And I feel like that's what's going on right now. You're just kind of like, there's something there. I just can't push through this veil, this fog. I can't really get to know who he is. There's no connection. I see what you're saying there, because what we're used to. But let's move on. I have a actually really interesting U.S. topic. If you guys see it. So basically this one's chess grandmaster accused of using sex toy to cheat when against world's top player. Yes, it's exactly how you heard it, right? So rumors are
Why are you talking about this on Sunday, bro?
on the Lord's Day.
Lord's Day.
On the Lord's Day. This is even better. All right, let's do it. So rumors are circulating that a 19-year-old chess grandmaster use vibrating anal beads and artificial intelligence to defeat the world's current top chess player. And you're probably thinking, how? How, Sway, right? So
put them up
listen. So Nyman was accused of cheating almost immediately after his win. People are like, something's wrong. This guy's too good. All right, what's going on here? So
It's a guy.
So yes, it's a guy.
It was a guy.
It was a guy.
I thought it was a girl.
I mean, guys and girls, they both, people like to dabble that.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
This is no judgment zone, but
no, I just picture the girl. Go on.
So detractors believe that the accomplice was using artificial intelligence to determine what moves Nyman should make, and then sending signals to the vibrating set of anal beads which Nyman had inside of him. So they were using like Morse code.
How did you decipher that though?
I don't know.
How did they decipher that?
I don't know if they were sending signals. So I assume it was like buzz, 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 chest 5, buzz, buzz, buzz. Queen,
when they were sitting down, you were hearing the vibrations.
I don't know if you could hear it like a cell phone going off your pocket, but they were buzzing the dude, and he was like, "Okay."
How did he not have an orgasm?
Is that what you're worried about the most? Why did you have an orgasm?
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't know, but I didn't think he was thinking about.
I don't think he was mentally. I don't think he was mentally like in the zone to be like, "Yo, let's do this." You know what I mean? Like, I don't know where he put it. I don't know if it was.
You said he put it up his butt.
He did put it up his butt. I don't know if it was a G spot, P spot, T spot. I don't know where it was.
I want to clarify. It is an accusation, right? It is not. It is definitely not proven that he had anal beads that vibrated, right? But I must say,
up there.
If you're a 19-year-old male and someone accused you of using anal beads to cheat on a board game, you must feel like the biggest knob in the world. Because oh my god, if someone accused me of using anal beads to win a game, is insane. I just can't even fathom it. It's just hilarious to think about.
Yeah,
I mean, well, if I was wearing them beads, I probably would have orgasmed. So you definitely know.
Yeah, this would have been this would have been a whole nother tournament for T. It would have been a whole.
Oh my god! Someone needs to watch the footage back and see if he jolts.
Well, I think that's the thing. So my question is, so after he wins, how are they just like, he didn't have anything in his pocket, he didn't have an earpiece in, all right, he wasn't watching someone make signals in the background. This man had anal beads. How do you?
So no, but how did they know? It must have been up him.
So this is the thing. So basically, he fervently said, obviously he said no, I didn't do it. I didn't have anal beads up my bum with Morse code. He pretty much said, if they want me to strip fully naked, I will do it. Nyman reportedly added, I don't care because I know I'm clean. You want to play in a closed box with 0 electronic transmission? I don't care. I'm here to win. And this is my goal regardless. This man doubled down. He said double down. He said, you want me to strip down butt naked and check? No, they didn't. No, they didn't strip him, T.
No. I'm going to say the other guy is probably...
No, they didn't strip him.
The issue is the guy he was facing, Magnus, right? Mm-hmm. He never lost a game, ever.
Oh, so they were like, something's up. Nyman, yeah.
Oh, he might have lost a game. He was on a 53 game win streak. And this is at Grandmaster level. So he's beaten every single person that calls himself a professional chess player.
Yeah.
Right? He's beat
19.
everyone.
19. Young, yeah. Prodigy.
And the 19-year-old just came up and beat him. So
yeah,
imagine the 19-year-old.
Yeah. So I think this derives from, because I'm looking into it, and actually he was banned back when he was 12 years old from like an online chess website for cheating. But that's when he's 12. This is years later, right?
I thought you were about to say he did the same thing.
No, he didn't do the same thing. No.
I'll be like,
he doesn't have a track record of this. No. So yeah. So basically, he cheated back when he was 12 on a website tournaments. So people are probably, I think what this is people are upset that he beat somebody that they loved, that was at the tippity top, cream of the crop, right? And they think it's too good to be true. So basically, there was no concrete evidence that he had anal beads up his butt, right? So this is just all speculation.
So where did they think about? Well, where did it even like the thought? Oh, I know, he has beads. Like, where did that even come out? There was probably a group of people in the background that were probably fans of the person he beat. They were like,
Yeah, that's probably what it is.
Nasty mothers.
It's because it was
Nasty
so
mothers.
unbelievable. It was so unbelievable that they made up a story.
That's even more
So that-
unbelievable.
Yeah, so that it probably is likely.
That means somebody has had the beads with the AI in a Christmas. So
I see what you're saying.
Where would you even think?
So where they
I
were
would never
projecting.
think, they're projecting, bro. Or
because
someone
yeah.
did it.
I mean,
his beads are connected via
bro.
Bluetooth.
You know they probably had some crazy game nights. You know they had some crazy game nights.
Yo.
Imagine,
yes,
bro. I see where they're going there. They're like, all right, guys. So you walk into this house, like, hey, you want to come over for game night? Say less. You walk in the door. They got like, on the Halloween, they got those little bowls with candy. But this one has anal beads. You walk in, they're like, take one, take one, take one.
Yo,
take
pause.
Yeah,
hold up. Ain't nobody doing that.
Yeah.
Listen,
You get one. You get one. You get one. Yeah.
Nerds and geeks need love
Bro.
too now.
And
Okay.
I will say, a lot of people think nerds is a very like general term now, but back in the day, people say nerds are very introverted. Man, some of the most quietest people are the freakiest. Gonna throw it out there.
Ain't nobody going to G's chess game.
Hey, come through.
Ain't coming through, bro.
I got
bro.
beats for everybody.
Ain't going through.
I got beats for everybody.
Chess game hosted by you,
We're
bro.
not playing chess. We're playing Connect 4.
Yo,
Trust me, we connected. Trust me.
Yo, we ain't connected. I don't want none of your connections, bro. Yo, please, bro. I'm calling the cops, bro. I ain't doing this shit.
Hey, when you walk through that door, you give consent, bro. You agree to it. Let's go.
No, bro, no.
Man's got a sign on his door. If you come through, it's on.
It's on. Let's
do
it.
You're coming
do
through.
It.
Oh,
you're coming through. Yeah.
Someone's coming.
Bro. Yo,
might be you, might be me, might be all of us. But something's going. Something's going
my
down.
Soul. Lord have mercy on my unchristened soul. All right.
All right.
Jesus.
But that is a wild story in itself. But man, yeah, it's not confirmed. It's just rumors. He won, rightfully so. So he got that title. Yes, sir.
Okay.
But let's move on to our main entree, our main hors d'oeuvre, should we say? So everybody knows about this Halle Bailey. Did I say her name right? Halle Bailey. I keep wanting to say Halle Berry. All the time Halle Berry, but Halle Bailey, who's an amazing singer. Everybody knows who she is. She recently got casted, and they put out a trailer of her playing the new Little Mermaid. And let me tell you, when that dropped, chaos ensued. I mean, chaos ensued. And we saw this last time. When's the last time we saw something like to this? 3 years ago.
2 years ago.
What movie was that?
It was The Little Mermaid when they actually said she was going to be casted.
Yeah. Oh, so I said recently, but yeah. So, wait. So why now the outrage? Is it because it's coming to release? Is that what is everybody's is getting closer? Yeah. Okay, so somebody obviously reposted it, and then now there's outrage 3 years later after she got casted.
It's a new trailer.
That's what it was. A new trailer. Yes, the brand new trailer, and everybody's seen the trailer. Interesting enough, I do not know the name of the account, but somebody.
I don't care about that person.
You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. So basically, somebody said, if she continues to play and the movie's released, I will release my own copy of the movie from front to back, from beginning to end, and they're gonna have an AI generated white person pretty much over her face, right? So everybody's
Tell me you ain't racist without telling me you're racist.
I mean, this person said they're racist. Why telling why they're telling them the audience why they're racist? But
then they actually said it. They're not racist. It's just representation.
No. So I've seen this go on countless times on social media. I forgot what last movie this happened, but they were pretty much arguing that it was 3 years ago when the topic first blew up. Yeah. Mothers were arguing that you're taking away from my child, you're rooting my childhood. Basically, that's what they said.
Okay.
Bro, some of them are so old, man. We do not live to watch old adaptations of our favorite childhood shows. These are for the new era of kids. And you want to teach new era of kids literally how to accept everyone, right? And the best way to do that is to introduce them to new heroes and new like identities for old heroes, so that like there's a representation for a gay person, representation for a black person, an Asian person, and we're getting them now. And it's such a good thing. It's not a bad thing. It's such a good thing.
Yeah.
I don't understand why people are getting so angry about it. It's just so bewildering. And it is deep rooted in racism. And unfortunately, racism still exists to this day.
It has.
You know what was hilarious?
What?
They actually put, because people were saying.
I know where you're going.
People were saying, it doesn't matter. Representation matters. Yeah, it shouldn't matter about the color of the skin, right? That was a lot of our arguments towards the people that were really upset. And so someone tweeted, well, if we're gonna have a black Little Mermaid, then we're gonna remake Martin Luther King as a white guy.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Oh dear.
And I'm like,
so
are you
fictional versus non-fiction?
What are we doing here?
Those don't equate. Those don't equate, and they know it. They know it doesn't equate. So this has changed from just a simple, harmless like casting to people being like, "Oh, my childhood's ruined," to people actually taking shots because they know Martin Luther King doesn't equate to Ariel.
They put Mel Gibson. I think they put Mel Gibson on it or something like that. Some old white guy.
It's ridiculous.
And then I'm sitting there. I'm like, then people were saying, they were also saying that it should be close to the actual material source. And I'm sitting here and I'm like, have you actually read the book that Hans Andersen actually wrote? It is nothing like Little Mermaid, the actual animation. It's actually darker. It's actually even worse. She dies. It's like she gets rejected by the prince and she kills or she dies. I can't even remember what it is. Not a happy ending, but so are we actually gonna do that? Are we gonna? So we want to keep the source material, right? And then also the source material. Mermaids don't look pretty, bro. They look hideous. They look like fish, but
mermaids were. I saw you tweet about it. Sirens. And sirens are not pretty.
Sirens. No, they're not. And in fact, what's hilarious is actually we can even go further because the story of sirens and mermaids come from Africa. So if we want to go there, let's go there. So if we want to do that, but I'm gonna put a little drop into this discussion. As much as I'm really happy that Little Mermaid is coming out, and I love the movie trailer. I used to love it when I was a kid. I'm so glad for this coming out. 100%. It's gonna change the game, and I think a lot of black young girls are going to see and understand themselves in fantasy and create things. In the next 10, 15 years, we're going to have more creative books, more creative art, like, that is very inclusive and fantastical. I can't wait for that.
Yeah, I'm excited.
My gripe is, can we stop recycling old stories?
I was just going to say that.
Stories.
Yeah. Original stories.
Let them stand on their own.
Yeah.
Where there isn't all of this, outrage. Yeah. Let the stand on its own and give some really great, fantastical,
original
characters, pieces.
Yes.
Like, because I don't want to take from Little Mermaid. That's great. It's wonderful. I would have loved to see a brand new princess.
I would have loved that too.
Something completely different, or just another story rather than recycling it. And it's just, it's.
No, I'm right.
I need to see fresh. I need to. Yeah. I don't want second. I don't want second.
Yeah, second dibs, sloppy seconds. Yeah, I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you.
I want 100%. I want. Yeah. Diversity and an original story, and I don't think we're there just yet.
No, I think we are there. I think we're. I do think we're there. I just don't think people think it'll be popular enough, right? Say for instance, because think about it. You got this amazing talented singer who's on the come up, right? And then you have probably one of the most popular Disney movies. You pair them together, that's money, right? So in this aspect, I don't think they're necessarily thinking about originality, or creating something new, a new foundation, a new story. Because there are writers out there. There are comics, there are books, there are graphic novels that are made by people of color that are amazing stories. They might not be on the forefront, right in front of you on YouTube, HBO, Hulu, Netflix, right? But they're out there. Why don't they easily reach out to one of those people, take that book, that script, make it into a movie? Boom! You got something original, something that's never been touched before. You can throw in all these amazing people of color that are cast members that are very talented and not have this huge outrage. Granted, the outrage, I don't think the outrage should have any play in casting, but they knew this was going to happen, right? They knew this was going to happen, and maybe that was their ploy, right? Maybe they were like, this will actually, and think about it. What do they say? Marketing is marketing. Good publicity, bad publicity, still publicity, right?
I don't think Disney's doing it for the right reasons. I think Disney.
I don't think so either. I don't think so.
They're doing it for money. And they know that's what it's like. They're almost trying to fill a quota. Because if they really wanted and be genuine about a new story, we would have had a brand new story. Like, you understand what I mean?
Yeah.
We wouldn't have had recycled stuff. We would have had, like, Red. Red was such a great movie. Love it. And like, that was wonderful to see different culture on there, and and really delve deep into such a great storyline. Why couldn't we have that? Why couldn't we have more of that? You understand what I mean? Like, I just need to see more. Like, was it Encanto? Is it Encanto?
Encanto.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So
I love
good.
Encanto. That was brilliant. I like Soul, but I don't really like Soul at the same time because the black person was a ghost, and that just. Can we just actually have a movie?
You're like halfway there.
A black person
He's
is
kind of in it. He's kind of
human?
not in it. Yeah, another movie that I love is Coco. Phenomenal.
Coco, I love Coco.
Phenomenal.
Beautiful.
So
Can we have more?
So we know the impact, right? And we know the popularity that original stories can make. The money's there. The audience is there. Just do it. So I agree with you, T. I think it's just a lazy copy paste. Now, I think she'll be amazing in it. I will definitely watch the movie.
Absolutely.
She'll be phenomenal.
I'm taking my child too, and he doesn't even want to go.
Exactly.
I'm taking him because she needs support.
Yeah, so we're not...
Not only that, I was going to say, it's just the movies that they make that are like Coco, for example, or that are like Encanto, or Enchanto, or whatever, how you say it. But they have culture. And to a lot of these people, right, to a lot of, let's say, if it's Mexicans, if it's Latinos, to a lot of these people, this is real and it means a lot. So when you make
100%.
these types of movies, it's like I can, if for example, a Miss Marvel, right? It features a Pakistani girl, and since I'm mixed race, I relate to the upbringing of that girl, having strict parents, etc. And a lot of girls of Pakistani descent can relate to just having someone to look up to, and that is amazing. That's such a brilliant thing to have. And sorry to just cut you off, but yeah, that was what I wanted to say. It's just having that representation. Yeah, it means a lot.
Absolutely matters. And people don't realize, and it's actually really heart-wrenching when we get people that are from white descent not understand that and just shit over it and not see, actually, yes, it's recycled, but it's for the best. Like, these young babies are going to be looking up and be like, oh my God, this is wonderful. I mean, I remember watching Wonder Woman, I had tears in my eyes because I saw two little girls in the front watching and in awe of this strong woman doing great things and being in charge and not having a man trying to save her or anything like that, And these girls were looking in awe. And that was just breathtaking, just understanding how, like, how much it affects. It doesn't even matter if it's representation for Black, Asian, it's just representation
in general, right?
Because it's a beautiful thing.
It is. It's amazing. It's amazing. I know a lot of people will downplay it. Oh, movie's a movie, but throughout history, movies and music, those are probably one of the biggest mediums, right?
Yeah,
why would we not want to see people of color represented in these huge mediums? Don't downplay. I hate when people downplay it. Oh, it's just a movie. It's a show.
But then that's why YouTube have just got is the YouTube is YouTube, because you can't gatekeep anybody.
Boom.
Well, YouTube does try to gatekeep, obviously, but you can choose your content, and you can choose who to follow and who to make a celebrity. Whereas Hollywood, you get what is put in front of you, and there's such a gatekeeping society there. I think that's why YouTube is bigger. People don't watch TV anymore. People don't go to the movies
very
as much
rarely
anymore.
I haven't gone to movies in forever, and I have no want to, because I can see everything.
Wait for it streaming, and I will watch YouTube every day. I have people that I will watch every single day because I'm fascinated by their lives or what content they put out, and I want to support them. And in fact, Halle Bailey was a YouTuber. She was actually found with her sister.
Wait, really?
On YouTube. They were singing, yeah. They were singing as YouTubers.
I didn't know that.
And that's how they got found and got a record deal.
So
imagine.
Yeah.
Imagine if there never was a YouTube. There would never be Halle Bailey. Chloe Bailey wouldn't even be a thing.
Yeah.
Wouldn't see them.
And I think one of the things that's going on right now is a lot of tit for tat. Because if you look, I'm looking right now at an article. It says, there are countless white actors that have played people of color, right? You got Jake Gyllenhaal, who played Prince of Persia.
Oh yeah,
right.
He's not Persian at all.
He's not Persian.
Right. You got John Wayne, who played Genghis Khan. Right. There are countless. You got, and you also got Elizabeth Taylor, who played Cleopatra. I mean,
that one. They actually argued that. They're saying that Cleopatra actually was Greek.
Yeah.
No, her mother. I think her father was Greek and her mother was Egyptian. So she's mixed race. She still doesn't. She's still not gonna look like Elizabeth. What's her name? Elizabeth. What's her name?
Elizabeth Taylor.
Elizabeth Taylor. She still wouldn't look like her.
Yeah, and
like the whitewashing of media is atrocious. Yeah. But no one wants to talk about that though.
Well, and then also something to go. A lot of people are probably going, "Oh, those are old actors." Johnny Depp played Tonto, a Native American, right?
Yeah,
really.
There's a lot, and I think the thing is, we grew up. I mean, Ben Affleck played Antonio J. Mendez. I mean, we grew up. Angelina Jolie played Moraine Pearl, right? We grew up where this is the norm. Right. Yeah. And I think the thing is interesting. We grew up with it, so we're kind of like, this is normal. But there was no like outrage. There was no like petitions. We're just like, okay, these are movies and these are good actors.
There was no social media.
Yeah, these are movies and these are good actors. I think there's a middle ground. There's a gray area where it goes. So let me propose this question to you and Sami. Do you think it's right for actors that aren't the same ethnicity, right, to play a role to a specific ethnicity, race?
I mean, look, there are talented actors and actresses from every single race. Everything you can think about. There are people who are blind. There are people who are deaf. There are people who have disabilities, who are different colors, who can play any role that you throw at them, right? Whether it would be to play an Arabian guy, for example. I know that Liam Neeson in Batman plays Ra's al Ghul, and he's an Arabian man. And Liam Neeson is an Irish man. He does not look like an Arabian man at all. So
yeah,
if you have an Arabian man, why don't you just use the Arabian man? And also it'll cost less. But the main thing is that Liam Neeson brings in the money.
He's a brand. Exactly. He's a brand.
And
right?
Affleck brings in the money, brings in the views. So
and
you want.
I agree with Sami on that. That it was the whole, and that prime example is Scarlett Johansson with Ghost in the Shell. She was chosen for the money. She wasn't chosen
man, that movie was so bad. They had the possibilities for that movie were endless, but it was so bad.
Absolutely, it was. Look, she was bad. I still like the visuals. I love the visuals. I love Ghost in the Shell in that regard because I'm a fan. But that's just a prime example of how we just need you for your name. And I think an actor can play whoever they want to play, as long as their ethnicity is not the integral part of who they are. So, for example, if you're going to tell a story about a black person coming up in Harlem,
I see what you're saying.
That person shouldn't be white or mixed race, because their viewpoint and how they are is going to be tied to their race.
So basically saying, like, if like a documentary or like a film about Martin Luther King, right? Martin Luther King dynamic huge. I mean, going down in history, he's a black person, and that has
white. It
yes,
can't be white.
and that dynamic about him is integral. Is important to his story. So that's the aspect you're saying. Obviously, couldn't be played by a white person or an Asian person, Middle Eastern person.
No, it can't be played by anybody because his story is about black rights. Like it doesn't make sense. Same with Malcolm X. You can't. Muhammad Ali.
Mm-hmm.
And if we want to go to non-fiction, why is Storm mixed race? She's actually a black woman.
Okay, so that's why I want to actually ask you the same question. So obviously, when it comes to documentaries and people of color that are obviously dynamic in history, you don't think it's okay for obviously other people to play. Whether we're not even talking about just white people, Asians, or anybody else to play that person of color, or that person or that race. Now, what about fictional movies and fictional content? What about that?
Like I said, if the storyline isn't about who they are, if their race isn't integral to who the story, then okay, cool. But Storm should be dark skinned. Storm should be dark skinned. She marries Black Panther. I think she's of African descent, if I'm not mistaken. Like it's who she is. So it's important that we discuss that and the representation. You're whitewashing her. There's not many dark-skinned black superheroes in general anyway. So why would you be why are you washing her away? Like I don't understand. Like it really rubbed me the wrong way because Storm is a dark-skinned woman. Period. Like Halle Berry shouldn't have taken that role. Honestly, I don't think. But they took the role. They gave it to her because she's an Oscar winner.
Yeah, it's a brand.
You understand? And so it's a brand, like, and I just think you could have hired somebody else. Well, somebody else could have done a better job.
I think it's an interesting dance because we all know full and well the way Hollywood works. We know that a lot of movies, the movie industry is hurting right now, right? Now more than ever. So for them to take an actor, this might sound cynical or mean or cold-hearted, that is not well known, that doesn't have a big brand like a lot of the main box office movie stars, right? It's basically you're shooting the movie in his foot. Now the movie has to be, not saying the movie's gonna be bad, the writing's gonna be bad, the acting's gonna be bad, just saying that person's not gonna have as much visibility as an Angelina Jolie, as a Scarlett Johansson, as a Liam Neeson, as a John Boyega, right? As a so many other actors out there. And I think that's something.
But we can argue though. But we can argue about John Boyega. He was relatively unknown when he got the Disney role in Star Wars, and he blew up.
Oh yeah.
So people took a chance.
Yeah, 100%. And people do take chances, and I think people should, right? Because there's two sides. We're not Hollywood. We're talking from a perspective as just everyday people, right? We don't know the numbers. We're not in the background. We're not the execs. So we're talking from a I don't even say privileged standpoint, from a different perspective, a different lens. Right? We don't know the full picture, right? From our point of view as a consumer, we would love to see more diverse characters, people actually played by the roles that they're meant, right? But on the other hand, you have these, I mean, don't get it twisted. Hollywood is a business. They're not here just putting out
nepotism as well.
Yeah, nepotism, 100%. And they're not out here just putting out movies just to put them out. They're not like, oh, you guys want a good story? No, they're trying to make money. This is a business, and they got to do what brings the numbers in. So it's an interesting dance. I also want to play the devil's advocate, and why don't more of these indie filmmakers throw out original stories? Why do we got to wait for a big company, Disney World, or all these other to throw out these?
Yeah, it would be funding because their talent pool would be smaller.
Yeah.
Oh, their talent pool
is smaller, but when you have money, your talent pool is infinite.
That is true. But it doesn't.
Also, like Netflix was giving a lot of money away, and now they're also taking away their money because they're going bankrupt. Kind of
canceling scrapping a lot of shows. Yep.
Yeah. So back in the golden era of Netflix just throwing money at you, yeah, we saw a lot of indie films, but I don't think you're gonna see as many now. I think maybe Amazon might actually take up. You might see maybe some Apple TV.
Apple TV is great.
Really, they like good dramas, and
Apple TV does not miss.
They do not miss.
They have they have so many good shows. Yeah.
Really just to rewind it a little bit, you know what I noticed that is, like, when the companies do get the characters 100% correct, when they when they cast characters, they always get it 100% correct.
Mhm.
When they cast for villains or terrorists or bad people, they always cast, your minorities. And I've noticed this quite a bit, and it is an ongoing theme. But
I was
yeah.
gonna say, actually, it's kind of funny that we were talking about the Little Mermaid, right? Do you
Mhm.
remember the live action play, that Little Mermaid? Queen Latifah was Ursula. Where was the outrage then?
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah, I think a lot of the outrage is they picked
Ursula
their
wasn't black in the movie.
yeah.
They care. They'll cast them as the villains or the people that most unlikable, because that is where they can put their quota of having minorities, etc.
And I think
Yeah.
it's wrong. We need more protagonists.
And I will say a lot of things we're talking about aren't like blanket statements. This doesn't go throughout the whole industry, but there are a lot of instances like of what Sami says where people of color are cast as the villains because they don't want to be in the spotlight. But there are also instances of people of color casted as the showrunners too that have blown up, that have been amazing, right?
Nowadays, yeah. Nowadays is
nowadays
different,
is
but yeah.
back
in the day,
then. Oh man, yeah, back then it was.
rewind back to 10 years maybe, and you'll see a host of movies, especially British ones. I noticed as well.
Mhm.
No, I don't watch British movies.
In British
It
ones,
irritates me. It
they
irritates me
they
no
cast them.
found.
They definitely cast them.
Yeah.
They typecast, right? Like the villain type characters, they'll definitely cast as minorities. But yeah,
Yeah.
that was a very, very healthy discussion, I must say.
I think that was really good.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that. I think we should have more on that.
What
Very
about
prevalent topics. Kind of like things
Little
like
Mermaid?
that. Yeah. Not no Little Mermaid, but a lot of like cultural, ethical, not ethical, but cultural, ethnic topics like social media. Right. I was gonna talk about like outrage. I think people use that word outrage very loosely. Oh, there's
Oh, really?
outrage. Oh, there's outrage. If you see a couple of threads and a couple of Facebook groups made about this person that they're upset about, that's not outrage. People just like to take something clickbait and blow it up. So I really don't think this whole Ariel Bailey playing it is as big as people think it is. It's just a couple of people just throwing fits.
No, I think they're really mad. They downvoted the trailer. I think it's like 10
I
million,
saw that.
like so many millions
Oh,
of.
I can't wait for Black Panther. I
Oh,
am excited for it.
of course, it's coming out in February, isn't it? Or is it May? This
I can't remember now when it was.
I can't remember, but it's definitely before Little Mermaid, so we can go back to back. I can just live in the cinema. I don't care. So, and I think it's also good to like be asking for these stories. So when these stories do come out, we need to show up. We need to show up and
100%.
show us that
100%.
the money's there. Obviously, not everybody can do it. It's a panorama still in some places and a lot of places and every
Yep.
place.
Yep.
And so do it wherever you think you can do. We're not telling you you must go, otherwise you're not this. No. If you can do it, do it. If you can buy it on Amazon Prime or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
go ahead, because then they can see the value in our dollar, and they'll give us more stories that we want, and they'll give the funding to the indies that are coming up that are from the minorities,
Yep.
for people of color. And we'll have some great, awesome content, not just the same white male trope all the time.
Yeah.
No offense to anybody, like I can watch these movies all the time, but listen, I'm bored. I don't know about you. I want to see something different.
I would say definitely it is good seeing more diverse original stories. I just think there needs to be more original stories, more original content put out, right?
Yeah.
I think that's where it lies. That's the goal, right? No more We're not saying copy paste is bad, but we would rather original stories, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
And we
yeah,
all
yeah.
we all know why they're doing it, because obviously they need to keep the copyright? Was it the trademark? Like you have to use
every
it, otherwise
every couple of years. Yep.
yeah, like every 20 years, 30 years, or something like that, or for 50. I can't remember what
Yeah.
it is, but they
Yeah.
have to keep on using it in order for them to keep the copyright or the trademark for Little Mermaid or whatever it is, and that's fine. Like I get that, that's right, and I don't mind that. But there's a difference between seeing 6 different Spider-Mans in the past 20 years, bruv.
Miles Morales is due. I'm glad though they do have a distinction between Spider-Man and then Miles Morales, is that they are two different people, but they're also Spider-Man.
I will no, but I don't even count Miles Morales because Miles Morales for me is a cartoon and it's something different. Mm-hmm. I'm talking about the same story.
Yeah.
But 3 different actors. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
I agree.
I know you're talking about.
What are we doing here?
There's a rinse and repeat. Yeah.
Rinse and repeat. I'm like, my son, he loves Spider-Man, but me, I'm like, yo, I used to love it, but now I can't. I'm like, just give me more Miles Morales because at least it's something different.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's new, it's fresh, and my son loves Miles Morales because he looks like me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like that's so important that when I hear that's it was like, yeah, okay, I like that.
Yeah, I think over the next couple of years we will see, or even decades, we will see a huge increase of original, diversified stories for sure.
Yeah, we have to.
Sure, for sure. But let's wrap it up. I think today was a really good episode. We talked about quite a bit. I mean, we got the one and only T, aka Temptress Teelia, in the building. Guest host. You'll see her throughout our journey for sure. She ain't going anywhere. You can't get away from us. And it's a win it. You're not stuck with us. Not allowed to leave. You're stuck. You signed your soul.
She's a godmother.
Yeah, she's a godmother. She's a godmother too in Sami's relationship. So there's more reason for you to stay. So I hope you guys enjoyed her company. She was amazing today. Thank you for joining us today. We talked about MrBeast. We talked about the Queen, the Crazy Q. We talked about Deji versus Mayweather. That whole fight is going to be amazing. And we talked about the whole social media, aka Outrage, when it came to Little Mermaid. I think it was a great episode. But T, if anybody's interested, they're like, I watched this episode. I listened to this episode. She has an amazing voice. She's funny.
Where can I find?
Here, don't stop that. Where can they find you? Where can they find you?
They can find me on the tweeters, at Temptress Teelia. Basically,
okay.
Or Twitch, Temptress Teelia, and on YouTube, the T Spot. I might change that to Temptress Teelia, but it's whole.
I know why you did it. Yeah. It's catchy. It's catchy. The T Spot. I dig it. But we have, hopefully, the preference that she sticks around. We have a lot of really cool segments coming up where her featured. We have a lot of really, really cool content. And I do want to thank you guys so much for sticking around in our journey. And I know you've seen, we've gone from literally audio to video. The sky's the limit. We have a lot of really cool content and we're constantly going to be evolving. So you might tune in one day and see something new on the screen, right? Or you might tune in one day and hear a whole new segment. That's what we're about. We're just here, rocking out, exchanging some banter, right? So excuse it.
Do you have a Twitter?
I do have a Twitter. If you want to follow me and you like what I do, the words I speak into this mic, you can find me at GlitchScythe on Twitter, GlitchScythe on YouTube, GlitchScythe on TikTok. What about you, Sami?
You'll find me at Pad Jockeys everywhere, or here at Excuse Our Banter. But I want to say next week I'm going to be getting my camera. And you'll be seeing me up on the stage as well.
See the Pad Jocks.
Yes.
Can't be stealing the spotlight off of me as well.
So all you people out there that are like, Sami has this sultry voice. I cannot wait to put a face to the voice. We're all gonna see what he looks like. We're all gonna see what he looks like.
Yeah. Is there a Twitter for Excuse the Banter?
So there is a Twitter for Excuse Our Banter. You can find it. You can find us. You can obviously find us on Excuse Our Banter on Twitter, on YouTube, on TikTok. We're gonna get our TikTok going. We have some really cool content coming to that too. So if you want to find us Excuse Our Banter everywhere. All right.
And put in the comments in the Twitter if you want to ask us anything.
Yes.
There you go. See, I'm helping you out. What's going on, G?
You are the godmother. You are the godmother.
He's the godmother.
It's the godmother. So yes, if you guys have any questions or any topics, drop them down below in the comments on the YouTube. Also, we do have a link, i.e. beacons, in our Twitter profile. Click that and you can actually submit a question or anything like that via form. So there we go. But today was a great episode.
We had in.
Yes.
I was going to say, don't forget, make sure you tune in Spotify, Apple, Google, everything. We're on absolutely everything.
And anything that we're not on, we'll get on it. Trust me. We'll be there. in your ear.
Twitter podcast soon as well. Yeah, we'll be on that.
Yeah, we have a lot of really cool stuff coming. But I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Thank you guys for tuning in, and we will see you guys next week on Excuse Our Banter. Peace.
Peace.
Bye.